From shore to horizon, we follow the blue, where steel meets sea in an engineered view. Not just a vessel, but something designed. Each ripple a whisper, each weld of flame, by steady hands and purposeful mind. Built for the journey, with care as our guide. We sail with purpose, with heart and pride. Shipbuilding in Turku started 1737, which is more than 250 years ago. And now, today, in this location, we are building the biggest cruise ships in the world. Then this one must be from 1976 or so. We have only one crane and 2 construction halls. The shipbuilding on those days, it was of course very different from today's. And then in 1930, big scale shipbuilding started. 25 years ago, we started to develop as energy efficient ships as we can. And that was very much the core of our competence. We have always been quite proud.
You built the biggest cruise ship in the world. How do you even begin to build something of that scale?
Where would I even begin?
Shipbuilding process is interesting but very complex process. From the very beginning to the delivery, it will take a decade. So first years for the design, creating the concept for the ship owner. First production phase will be hull production and followed by then hull assembly. After hull assembly, there will be then outfitting phase, which will then finally get vessel alive and will be prepared for the passengers. And you can imagine that when we are building 3 vessels parallel, it's a huge combination of cooperation. We have a huge team of 13,000 people towards same goal in one vessel.
If you are comparing Titanic to Icon of the Seas, the size difference is by factor 5. So Titanic was 50,000 cross tons and these ships are 250,000.
So the most important thing for building vessels this size is to be flexible and agile. We have long history and tradition here in Finland for building ships. We are not afraid of challenges and we are not afraid of creating something totally new from the scratch. For example, the Acumen, it's the huge glass structure in the front of the ship, and inside of it there is a pool and there is restaurants and bars, this kind of totally new area, but the structure was something that no one else can do it. In Acumen is something truly remarkable and new.
Because our projects are that big in scale-wise, it has a huge economical impact also in Finland. Meyer is about 5% of technology industry export of goods, so that is significant. When you discuss with the people there on board, building the vessel with their own hands, you can feel how proud they are of the work.
People tend to think that the cruise ships are bad for the environment because it stems from the visible elements like the ship size or the emissions at ports, and probably also from the outdated perceptions of the industry. Sustainability is no longer seen as a separate agenda. It's embedded in every conversation. New technologies are tested in the cruise ships, from energy optimization to sustainable materials, and we are committed to constant development to shift that perception.
We have been pioneering the industry and are now facing the biggest challenge in our history when heading towards the net zero future. To boost this journey, we have started a large research program, NECOLEAP. The main goal of NECOLEAP is to support the adaptation of shipyards business in the green transition, and also support the whole ecosystem in adapting. Together with over 100 Finnish companies in the Finnish maritime industry, we are developing a net zero cruise ship concept by the end of 2025.
If you are thinking cruising from the sustainability point of view, there has been very big development during the decades. The thing which is characterizing a cruise ship is that it is a confined system. So it's not leaving anything to the waters. So it can turn everything what is waste to energy and reuse it.
So in land-based cities, the infrastructure there has been built over generations. And when we are building the cruise ships, we are building them from the scratch. And we are able to combine the sustainability, the energy efficiency, the smart and effective solution, all with the latest technology.
I have been building ships for 40 years, and it's very difficult to predict the future. If you are thinking the future of floating cities, we can see that the land area is very limited resource, so to say. So these floating solutions, they can be entertainment solutions, but then also there are different kind of needs what we could consider. For example, you could build office buildings, hospitals, crisis areas. But if you had a flexible tower which you can move, being a floating solution, then that might be one. I remember the days when I was a young kid. We had a device, it was like a white plate, which you drown there with a rope in the sea, and we could see 3 meters. And now today, you can see 50 centimeters. So there's something which is driving myself, and I believe many of us, to develop further sustainable shipbuilding. For me, based on this background in a way, and also the strategy what we have selected, that we want to be front runners, the thing that we would be the first ones who are solving this together with our partners, that we can really one day say that this is net zero for the environment, that would be the dream come true. We end where we started, where salt meets the breeze, where journeys find rhythm in whispering seas. The work done in silence, the hands and the steel, now drift into stories the oceans reveal. Let travel serve purpose, and let progress be good, with people and planet placed where they should.